These are the top 10 Excel tricks which will enable you to work very, very confidently with any kind of Excel worksheet. So this is already my worksheet and I'm just going to start with the very, very first one. In this case, we are looking at situations where we want to add rows, we want to add columns, we want to delete rows, we want to delete columns, we want to rename worksheets, and we want to do more and even adjust the width and the length of the columns and the rows of this particular worksheet. Now, let me start with the very, very first one. The very, very first one is adding or inserting a column inside a worksheet like this. Yes, let's say that there is a column that was supposed to come just before the data which we have on column D. We want to insert that column. This is how we are going to do it. First, you have to come up to the top. Make sure that you come up to where we have that letter written. That is the letter that is referencing that particular column. So when you see something like an arrow like this pointing down, you are going to click once. Then you can see the whole column has been highlighted. Once you do that, make sure that you are in the Home tab. Then just come up to where we have the Cells group. The Cells group is just under the Power Pivot. So under the Cells group, there are a number of options. There is Insert option, Delete option, and Format option. We are starting with the Insert option because we want to insert a column. Now, do not just click on that Insert tab or button. Click on the drop down arrow so that we can choose from a number of options again. You click on that, you can see we have an option to insert a cell, we have an option to insert a sheet, and we have an option to insert columns. We want to insert sheet columns. So you click that, then you can see the data which was in column D has been shifted to column E. Now there is something here, you can see something like a brush here. And when you just click on it, there is also a drop down arrow. You click on that drop down arrow, we have three options. These are formatting options which are going to enable you to format this particular column. You can format this column the same as left. In this case, it has been formatted the same as left. You can format it same as right. If you want its width or its length to be the same as that one on the right, you just choose right, and you can see the size has been adjusted. Let us come here again. Clear formatting. We can also clear formatting. Now that is the very, very first trick. Now the second trick, let us now go and see what we are supposed to do when we want to delete a particular column on an Excel worksheet. Now it is the same column that you want to delete. So we are again coming back here to where we have the Cells group still under the Home tab. But this time around we are going to delete option. Again, we are going to click on the drop down arrow. Then we are going to delete sheet columns. Before clicking on the sheet columns, make sure that you have highlighted that particular column which you want to be deleted. Then just delete it. Yes, that is number 2. Number 3, instead of inserting a column, we want to insert a worksheet row. Let's say there is a record that is supposed to come just before the record that is in row 5. This is what we are going to do. We are going to highlight the whole of row 5. Then again, we are going to come back where we have a Cells group. Then again, insert, because we are inserting a row. Click on the drop down arrow. This time around, we are inserting a row. So you are going to click on Insert Sheet Row. Again, you can see the records which were maintained in row 5 have been moved to row 6. And again, we have this option now to format this particular row the way we want it. We can format it same as above, same as below, or just clear format. We are not going to format it. We are just going to move to trick number 4. Trick number 4 again is to clear or to delete this row which we have created. Now again, we click on the delete button. Then we are going to choose delete sheet rows. And you can see that blank row has been deleted. Now that brings us to number 5. What we want to do now, we want to insert a new worksheet. You can see here we have a number of worksheets. The first worksheet in this particular workbook is named summary. The second one is week 1, followed by week 2, week 3, then lastly we have week 4. Now we want to insert a new worksheet. Now what we are going to do, we are going to click on any cell within the current worksheet. Then again, under the Home tab, we are going to go up to where we have the sales group. Still under the Insert button, we are going to click on the drop-down arrow. Then we are going to move up to where we have Insert Sheet. Remember, for Insert Sheet, we have a shortcut, a keyboard shortcut, which is Shift, then F11. Let us just go with Insert Sheet. And you can see a new worksheet has been inserted. This new worksheet is blank. It does not have anything, and it has been named Sheet 1. Yes. Now what we want to do next, we want to rename this particular sheet. You can see it has just been named Sheet 1. These other ones have been named Week 1, Week 2, Week 3, Week 4, and Summary worksheets. But this one does not have any name. It is just named Sheet 1. Now we are going to name it, and for us to name it, we are going to come here. We are still under the Home tab, the Sales group, but this time around we are moving up to where we have the Format. You click on the drop-down arrow because we want to rename this sheet. We want to give this sheet a name. We are going to go up to where we have Rename Sheet. Where is it? It is supposed to be here. Yes, Rename Sheet. Then we are going to click on it. When you click on it, you will see that this particular sheet has been highlighted. Now we can give it any name. Let us say that we are giving it name week 5. Week 5. Then we click enter. Then just like that, we have our week 5 worksheet. That is exactly how you create a new worksheet. Then we want to delete this worksheet. We have created it, we want to delete it. Again, it is the same process. You are going to open that worksheet which you want to delete. You click into any cell within that worksheet. You come up to where we have the sales group, then delete, drop down arrow, then the last option is delete sheet. You click on that, you can see sheet renamed week 5 has been deleted. That is trick number 7. Let us go to trick number 8. Now, this is the trick number 8. I want you to look at my worksheet. I want you to look at my data set like this. You can see in week 2, we have something like a table. It is not a table. It is something like a range with some records. But if you look at it very, very well, you will realize that the sizes or the widths of various rows and columns are not auto fit. There are so many unnecessary spaces. Now what we want to do, we want to auto fit. We want to remove all the unnecessary spaces. We are going to do this by first selecting the whole data range. We do this by clicking on the first cell at the top. We want this to start from where we have the header ticket. Then on your keyboard, you are going to click on Control, Shift, then you are going to click on the arrow towards the right, then arrow downwards. Then you can see the whole data range has been selected or has been highlighted. Then we are going to go up to where we have the sales group, then format. What we want to format, we want to auto fit the column width. Yes, so we are just going to click on auto fit column width. Yes. Yes. Now, when you click on the AutoFit column width, you will realize that all the unnecessary spaces have been removed. Let us look at the ninth trick, which will also help you to work very well with your worksheets. And this is formatting your data range as a table. Now you click into any cell within your data range. You come up to where we have the styles. This is still under the home tab. Under the styles, we have that option to format as a table. You are going to click on the drop down arrow. Then from there, you are going to see a wide range of options to choose from. I want to choose something that is going to give us a very good impression. So I'm going to go with that. Then before you click OK, you will see that the whole data range has been selected. Then you are just going to confirm that your data range or your table has headers, and yes, it has headers. Then you are going to click OK. You can see already our data range has been converted into a table, and just like that, you can start doing your calculations and everything very fast. You can come to where we have the total row. Then that is going to automate your data entry process. You can see we already have the total. And under the total, it is not only the total that you are going to have. You can still click on the drop down arrow and you'll see you have a number of options to choose from. You have a number of functions. You have average, you have count, you have count numbers, you have maximum, minimum, sum, standard deviation, variance, and many other functions. So that is exactly how you convert your data from data range to a table, then you automate your data entry. Now to do away with that functionality, you just uncheck the total row box. You can see it is gone. Then now this brings us to the very last one. We do not want this dataset to be in a tabular form. Now we want to convert it back to what we had before we converted it to a table. We are going to do this by first clicking into any cell within that table, coming back to where we have our table styles, then click on the drop down arrow. Then we are going to choose the very first one where it does not have any kind of color. We are going to choose that. That has already moved the formatting for a typical table. Now the next thing we are going to do, we are going to come to where we have the tools. Yes, remember we are now under the table design. We come to where we have tools. You will see the last option in that case is convert to range. Yes, then it is just prompting you to confirm that you want to convert your table to a normal range, and you will say yes. When you click yes, all the headers will be removed. All those filter buttons will be removed. Let us see whether this is the case. And you can see our data has been converted from a table to a range.